Ken, this week on Winging It, you want to talk about tires, tire maintenance, tire pressure when we're in a long distance touring environment. So why are tires and checking tire pressures so important when you're out on the road?
Well, you only have two of them, and unfortunately, although they're a very expensive commodity, they don't last nearly as long as a car. But we ask them to do an awful lot.
Yeah.
Perform, longevity, so you can't take them for granted.
Okay, so starting with the obvious, you've got a tire pressure gauge here. How often when you're out touring, let's say you're off for a 2 or 3 week ride, how often are you checking your tire pressures?
It's only because of my own doing, but I'm typically out there every morning before we're going to ride out, just to check to make sure nothing happened during the course of yesterday.
Right.
If there's a leak developing, I want to know about it before it exhibits the handling characteristics out there on the road.
Right. Now let's talk about that very quickly. If your tires are overinflated, you lose some of your handling, right?
For sure. It changes the profile of the motorcycle tire. Most motorcycle tires are round.
Right.
And if you inflate them too much, that round curvature has less contact patch. Contact patch is something we say, it's about the size of your hand.
Right.
So there's not a lot to work with.
Yeah.
If you inflate it super hard, it becomes a smaller contact patch, less to give you feedback of what you need for the road.
Right. Underinflated, if they start going a bit soft on you?
Very bad. I mean, it's way over the weight limit of what the tire is designed for if it hasn't got the suggested pressures.
Right.
It can start to wobble, do damage to the rim, do damage to your ride. It can be serious stuff.
And your expensive tires are going to wear out a lot faster.
Very, very fast, yes.
Right.
Heat and overweight on a tire are the biggest culprits.
Okay, so you know you're checking them every day when you're out on the road.
Yep.
It looks to me like you also take your own compressor so you can make things better if they become underinflated.
For sure. I mean, depending on where you are, that next gas station, that next town, may be a half hour or so away yet.
Right.
If you go as far off the beaten path as I do, I don't even know where the next town is.
Right.
So anything I can do to keep myself going, it might just need a top up. Somebody that has a bike that has put aftermarket air suspension may ask that they need to have it boosted because they're realizing they've overpacked.
Right.
So you can add on the go, and even if it means stopping every 15 minutes, that'll get you to that next town as opposed to a problem out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, so this one will plug right into an accessory outlet, or in your case, you've modified it to plug into your own wiring.
This is a very similar and standard plug design that you'll see in a lot of automotive shops. It happens to be the design for my battery charger for the bike, so it works both ways. And if not, these also come with kits that have small alligator clips, so you can clip them right onto the battery post.
Okay, so you're ready to pump up your tires, pump up your suspension.
Pump it up.
And if you start to lose air, you get a leak.
This is the most rudimentary package there is. There are better ones on the market, just like anything else. The next size is about this size here, and it is probably the best there is on the market.
Right.
And you should practice with them. Sometime when you've got the old tires, put a hole in them and practice how to do it. They're not that expensive to replace, but make sure you're comfortable doing it in your backyard as opposed to out on the road where it'll really matter.
All right, so we've got a tire repair kit, and now we're set for the open road. Great stuff.